Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Carteret County where a man is now facing a theft charge after an investigation by the Craven County Sheriff's Office, which they say deputies were called to a report of a theft at a storage lot on Broad Creek Road. An investigation led deputies to arrest 39-year-old James Purser for the break-in. According to warrants, Purser had stolen a cooler from a boat that was in the lot. He listed the cooler on Facebook with the intention of selling it, according to the documents. Now, Purser was charged with breaking and entering, obtaining property by false pretense, breaking and entering of a motor vehicle, possession of stolen property, and driving while license revoked. Purser was taken to the Craven County Detention Center, where he faces a $75,000 bond. And now to some good news, as police in Atlanta say they were able to prevent a potential mass shooting at the world's busiest airport. And authorities are thanking the family of the accused suspect for immediately alerting them that his alleged plot was in motion. NBC's Aaron Gilchrist has more from Atlanta.
I'm just here. What I heard.
This police body cam video shows the moments before officers zeroed in on a man authorities say planned to shoot up the busiest airport in the world.
Put your hands behind your back, sir.
Police taking down 49-year-old Billy Cagle, a 6'3", 320-pound suspect needing 2 sets of handcuffs. Cagle now facing several charges, including terroristic threats and possession of firearms by a convicted felon. Investigators say his family first alerted police in Cagle's hometown, telling them that he was live streaming details of his potential plot on social media, adding he was heading to Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport to shoot it up.
The family stated that he was in possession of an assault rifle. What we didn't know is that Mr. Cagle had already arrived at the airport.
Surveillance video shows Cagle parking his pickup truck outside the airport's south terminal early Monday. Once inside, he's seen unarmed walking up to a TSA checkpoint.
He seemed to be very interested in the TSA check-in area, which you can see was heavily crowded with travelers.
Authorities believe Cagle was headed back to his truck to retrieve a gun, an AR-15 assault rifle with dozens of rounds that was found in his back seat. But he was quickly stopped by officers on the lookout and armed with his photo.
A tragedy was indeed averted. There were 27 rounds that could have been fired from this weapon inside the airport.
A motive remains unclear, but officials believe Cagle's intent was to, quote, inflict harm to as many people as he could. Authorities thanking the suspect's loved ones for speaking up.
Family saw something and said something.
We're thankful to God and to good information and good intel and good people for this crisis being averted.
And again, that was NBC's Aaron Gilchrist reporting. We now turn to your weather forecast, and of course the big news out of the Weather Center is that Melissa has formed. Tropical storm Melissa, that is. Let's take a look at the latest from the Caribbean, where Melissa is expected to spin over the next several days. Right now, maximum sustained winds of 50 miles an hour includes gusts of 65 miles an hour. And we're finally starting to again see a closed low pressure center in the center of the Caribbean. Now, pressure reading right now is at 1,003 millibars. The whole system currently moving west at about 14 miles an hour. But as you'll see, the movement and track of this system is going to be a little bit crazy. It's going to stay in the Caribbean, so we're not going to have to worry about it from a long-term perspective here in eastern North Carolina. But again, watch what happens as we put this into motion. Kind of works its way northward towards Haiti, then curls its way back towards Jamaica. It's going to be a slower moving system as it approaches kind of the southwestern tip there of Haiti, and then kind of curls its way back towards Jamaica. Right now, does not look like it's going to be able to generate enough energy to reach major hurricane status, but the National Hurricane Center is projecting that this system becomes a Category 1 hurricane as we head through this upcoming weekend. By Sunday morning there at 8 a.m. has 80-mile-an-hour maximum sustained winds. So certainly one we'll keep an eye on, but not one we need to worry about here in the east. We've got a cold front that will impact us, and impact may be a little bit too strong of a word. It will pass by. We will see some cloud cover later on this evening. You can see that cold front sitting further back towards the west. That is not going to be giving us really any sort of raindrop potential. It'd be nice. We could certainly use some raindrops, but does not look likely. Certainly not when you take a look outside through some of our area cameras. This is a view through our Washington cam, 67 degrees with a south-southwesterly wind at 6 miles an hour, and it is blue as far as the eye can see. Do want to say good morning to Amanda Bloom. Thank you so much again for tuning in over on Facebook and joining me. Hopefully you have a wonderful day, Amanda. As far as what we've got temperature-wise across the east currently, most of us in the mid to upper 60s. Stumpy Point enjoying the low 70s already, but there's several areas that will be reaching more than just several. Many areas will be reaching the low 70s as we head through the afternoon hours. Winds coupled with that sunshine will carry us into the mid 70s later on today. Right now, those winds are blowing in at about 6 to 12 miles an hour out of the southwest. That again is going to help boost that heat across the region. We're not going to be getting super warm, but we'll certainly get a little bit toastier than we did yesterday. Now, overnight tonight, those clouds roll in associated with that cold front, but the front itself isn't really going to have that big of an impact on our air temperatures until we get into tomorrow afternoon. At that point, while we kind of head towards lunchtime tomorrow, we'll see those air temperatures essentially plateau in the low 70s versus the mid to upper 70s that we'll see today. Big reason why? Wind direction. That is key. And of course, with more of a west-northwesterly wind, we'll be seeing again cooler air flowing into eastern North Carolina. Now, that area of high pressure you're seeing back towards the west is going to keep us sunny through your Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Our next chance of rain, it's not coming until we get into next week. Here's a look at your full 8-day forecast. And again, it is just going to be a sunny stretch, a sunny and dry stretch of weather from really yesterday all the way through now the upcoming weekend. Our next chance of rain has now been pushed back all the way until Tuesday. Air temperatures, though, will be getting chilly Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night. So for your Thursday, Friday, and Saturday mornings, prepare for a little bit of a shiver. Well, that's all we have time for today's 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic Tuesday.